Hey, what's going on, guys? DJ Hes here, collectivekicks.com. Wanted to bring you guys a top 15 sneaker pickups of 2015, and these sneakers are ones that actually released in 2015. I will have another top 10 later of the top 10 pickups that I got, like retro pickups from previous years that I picked up in 2015. But this one is going to be my top 15 of this year, and this was really hard to actually come up with a top 15 list. It's not easy to do, and there's a lot of shoes, and 15 pairs of shoes is a lot in general. I definitely went crazy this year and picked up way more than I would have ever anticipated. But you know, I had a really solid financial year, so I was able to do all the other things in life that I wanted to do, and then was able to do a lot of the stuff sneaker related as well. So yeah, this is my top 15 pickups. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let's go ahead and jump in. All right, so first up we have the Salt Stain Nike SB Dunks, and you can see that this is not probably one of most people's favorite shoes of the year, but this one's definitely one of mine. I love the overall concept of the shoe. It's kind of like an eroded road with the salt, and just the materials on this is super crazy, and I like the execution, how it looks just very unique, and also I like the color and blocking on this one in general, along with like the Air Jordan 10 liner on it, clear soles on the bottom, white midsole. Just an all-around really well executed shoe, and this is probably, again, not anybody else's top 15, but for me, like, it was one that kept standing out, and I was like, you know, this one's definitely deserving of a spot in the top 15. Moving on to the 14th spot, we have the Xeno ZX Fluxes. Not one that I would have put in the top 15 because of this model in general. I don't really love the ZX Flux. I like the style, but it's just not the most comfortable for me. But I love this Xeno technology, and this shoe, it was kind of revolutionary when this one came out earlier in the year. They definitely have had a lot more Xeno technology shoes drop. The third one of these dropped with a black midsole, which is probably my favorite out of all of them, and that's the one I don't have. I'll just wait to get one later. Hopefully I'll get it from the employee store or something. But love the technology, love the overall look of these things, and that's really why. And I have the light on so you guys can see the reflective qualities of this thing. It's just a crazy looking shoe, and that's the reason why it is in the top 15. Moving on, kind of a duo for the 14th spot, or excuse me, the 13th spot is the LeBron 12 Elites that I did, which was the first championship kind of inspired colorway with the gold and kind of the white and black. But so this is one of the ones that I did, but really it was a tie between these two because I couldn't make up my mind which one I wanted to keep in the countdown. And this is the mag inspired like Kobe Bryant Elites, and these are the low top ones. Love the overall texture of the Flyknit on these ones. They did a really good job on these, and the glow in the dark soles on here are dope as well. And I don't know, I like the overall color blocking of these ones with this Flyknit, and then the white tongue and the white laces and stuff with the reflective look. And actually, that's kind of crazy. I didn't know those actually were reflective until right now. But white swoosh. I thought I did a pretty simple job on these things, but it looked pretty good in my opinion. It's kind of a risk because of this kind of clear coat on the sole. It ended up working out well with these shoes, but that was one of the other ones that I had on the list. So these are kind of a combo pack. Moving on, let's go to the 15, 14, 13, 12 spot. All right, guys, so number 12 on the countdown is the Yeezy Boost 350s. I know this is not one that you guys would probably anticipate this low on the countdown, and I do have the black colorway as well as the turtle doves here. And of course, I want like the other colorways as well. This is actually a really dope shoe to me. I really like this one. I don't like the 750s at all. From the very initiation of the first looks of that shoe, it just was not for me. But these ones were dope. I love the boosts on the shoes, and as you can see on the bottom, and I've worn these ones quite a bit. But these things I really like. It's just for me, there's so many other pickups that took precedence over them on my countdown. But don't get me wrong, shout out to my homies that actually looked out for me on this pair and the other pair, because without them I would have been completely Yeezy-less. So that being said, let's move on to the number 11 spot, and that is the Lightning Prestos. And for me, like, these ones hold a spot above the Yeezys just because the nostalgia. Like, this is a shoe that I couldn't get back in the day, that I've been hunting on eBay for the last couple years actually. And then when I found out they were going to retro them, it was like a must cop for me. I loved these prints back in the day from the Kukinis or whatever you want to call them, as well as the Prestos. I just love the overall prints, and the Presto to me is just such a classic shoe as well from the Alpha era. As you can see, the Alpha dots down here. So that's why that one is on the top 15, and that's the number 11 spot. All right, so the next one on the countdown, number 10 spot, goes to the Chromeposits for myself. These things are just crazy. I'm a huge Foamposite fan, as is, if most of you guys didn't, or most of you guys actually already know that. So for those that didn't know, this one says NYC on the back. It looks like NYE though, so that was kind of interesting. But it's Nike, and then they made it for New York City for the All-Star game. But the chrome material on this was just kind of interesting, and I love the overall like metallic feel to these. It was just such a crazy looking shoe that this one definitely took a spot on my countdown. So that being said, let's go to the next shoe. All right, so the number 9 spot on my countdown goes to these guys right here. These are the Janowski Dornbeckers, and I love the way that these things came out. I had to turn on the reflective light again so you can see the way these things look. And look at these next to the Xenos. I mean, the Xenos have a crazy vibrance to them, but these have the bat symbol. Like, how can you not love that? It's like hidden within the shoe. You can't see it in normal light up on this upper part very well, but they have kind of the silhouette of it down here, and then it just hits it so well. They did such a dope job on these Janowskis. And yeah, shout out to Isaiah Grubb for designing these with the Nike team. Not my favorite model, the Janowskis. In any like other day, the Janowski wouldn't, Janowski or whatever. Some people will get mad at me for calling them Janowski, but Janowski, these wouldn't make my top 15, top 10, but because of the way that they made these, it was a no-brainer. And you can see the reflective on the laces too. Just love this shoe, and definitely at first glance, when I first saw them and when they unveiled the Dornbecker line, that was one that definitely stood out after I caught on and saw the reflectiveness. It was just insane, and definitely a very dope shoe. You can see the number on the back there. Anyway, that is the number 9 spot. All right, so moving to the number 8 spot is another Nike ID I did, and this is the Dexter Morgan Nike IDs, and it said Dark Passenger on the shoes. I really love the way that these actually came together. It was just one of those things where I was looking at the overall design and trying to make this thing work. And you can see like I did silver for the Nike swoosh and this like pool of blood on the bottom for the sole. I really dug how that came out. You have the paint splatter on the white midsole, and then also like the custom herb juice patches. Again, that was like a huge like incentive because I knew this would be a perfect spot for those patches. I think these things came out great. I really love the way that these things look, and so this one is definitely on my top 10 list. So number 8 there. Moving on to the number 7 spot, we have the DB 13s, and these are the ones that John Charles did. And I know this is like one where people are like, seriously, why is this on his countdown, whatever. Like, I really like the way that these things look, and I love the fact that I changed the laces out from the neon and did the black laces. I think these look really good, and it's definitely one of those shoes that I think it's like almost like when you watch a movie, or no, even when other people watch a movie and tell you about how the movie is, and then you like, they're like, oh, that was a horrible movie, and then you watch it, like, it wasn't that bad. Like, that's kind of the way I feel about these. Like, I saw them at first, and then I hear the buzz about them, and everybody says that they don't think that they're like, a lot of people had a lot of negative things, let's just say that. But then the more negativity towards them, the more positivity that I feed into the shoe, and I really like, just overall like the concept and the collar design and everything about the shoe. So those ones are on the list. That's probably why these ones, that's like, again, it's the whole movie thing. Like this one, a lot of negativity towards it. This one, tons of hype, and this one's lower on my countdown because I don't really love to follow all of the hype. Like, I don't know what to say about it. That is what it is, but those ones are on my countdown. Number 6 spot was that was 7. This is 6, and these ones are the Saucony Grid 9000s. I took the laces out; they were reflective, but these are the Heskicks editions, as you can see right here. One of 10 of them that were created for us Saucony originators that went back to Boston. Shout out to all the other dudes that went back there, the other YouTubers. But these things are super sick, and the fact that they like made these things for us and they gifted us these when we were there was just super cool. And so that's why, I mean, I could have put a lot of other Sauconys in the top 15, but instead of I could have done like a top 10 like Saucony list. Honestly, there was so many dope ones, but this is the one I stuck in the top 15 countdown because this is definitely one that like means the most to me. So definitely cool to have your name on a shoe. And yeah, very, very cool job from Saucony on that. So let's go ahead and get into the top 5. All right, so the number 5 spot, a shoe probably most of you guys have never even seen unless you guys watch my channel religiously, and that is the Nike Dunk Luxes. And these things are amazing. The quality of leather on these things are just through the roof. Insane quality leather. Better than any like of the Jordans that have come out this year, I have to say. And like, check this out. Quilted leather liner. Super, super cushy, super nice leather liner. Even the insole is leather lined. Waxed laces. White midsole, black sole. It's kind of like the Cyber Monday Jordan ones, but these ones, in my opinion, are way better. Just super, super nice. Simple branding. The Nike logo right there, but just insane quality leather. And I think the price point was like $150-ish or so on these. But this one was definitely one of those ones where it was in my top list. So number 5 right there. Let's go to the number... Let's go to the number 4 spot. We have the Adidas Ultra Boost. This one's definitely one of the ones that was super hyped up as well. This is the one I did with the black midsole. As you can see, the black paint's held up quite well. I did a tutorial on that a long time ago if you guys want to check that out. But I also got another pair here. So this is the other pair that I ended up getting that does not have that blacked out midsole. But these ones are on my top list because they are something else. They are so comfortable. And I love the boost technology that Adidas has come to the table with this last year. They really stepped it up. And the prime knit uppers are super nice. And all in all, the fit is similar to these guys right here. The look is very, very similar to these. I'm surprised Nike actually hasn't sued them for this. But, I mean, the overall look is fairly identical. The only difference is that this uses the boost technology, which just knocks it out of the park. And I'm a huge Presto fan, so there's no surprise that I'm a huge fan of the Adidas Ultra Boost. So number 4 on the list. And let's move on to the number 3 spot. Similarly different is the Pure Boost 2s or the Pure Boost Chills, honestly. Unfortunately, Adidas branding is super bad because they can't make up their mind. They release a shoe and then they have 17 different versions of the shoe and different names and all these other things. But at the end of the day, this shoe is super lightweight and has a ton of boost on it, and it's very relaxed. Like I've said 1,000 times, these are like a Roshi run on crack. Like, they are like amazingly comfortable, very relaxed. And if you don't like the super snug fit of the Ultra Boost, try the Pure Boost 2s. The steps up from the Pure Boost 1. I did another video on the Pure Boost 1 versus the Pure Boost 2. The tongue on this shoe is amazing, and the collar, like, both like combined. They upgraded it from the ones, and so these ones are just a magical combination of the shoe. So these ones are definitely on my top 5. Number 4 spot, the Pure Boost 2s. Let's go ahead and move on to the top 2. So this is crazy because a lot of you guys were probably thinking it's one thing or not thinking it's going to be one of these 2 shoes, but let's go ahead and jump into it. Number 2 goes to the 7210s. And I know that a lot of people are like, boo, thumbs down this video, 7210s, blah. But like, these things, like, for me personally, these things are super sick. I love the overall look of these. If as a Jordan fan and as a fan of the era of Jordan and the Bulls and the black and the red kind of colors, I mean, a foiled kind of metallic red Jumpman, I mean, that's just a super dope thing right there. I love the blackout 23 on the back. It just adds to a really clean, simple upper. And then they have the tumbled leather up here, and then this kind of metallic, or not metallic, but you know what, iridescent sort of patent leather. Milky white soles. I love the fact that they did milky white instead of icy, because it's just different. It adds a little bit different flair from the Space Jam and from like some of the other ones, right? So I love the fact that they did that. Black on the pods, red, a little hit of red on the carbon fiber. I didn't really love that at first, but it does give it a little bit of extra flair. And then the little red Jumpman right down there. I just think this is a home run when you think of a Jordan Bulls sort of colorway. And I love the other ones that came out, but like, these ones are just super, super clean. Love the shoe in general, the way that these came out. So that is why that is the number 2 spot. So the number 1 shoe for myself in 2015 should be no real surprise. for you guys that actually follow me, because you already know that these are my colors, and that is why these are the #1 spot. So the Shattered Backboard Air Jordan 1s were a grand slam for me. In the scale of Jordans and the scale of like colorways, like these things are amazing. Now, I know I do have the Chicago ones and also the Carolina ones that came out this year, but I didn't want to muddy up the countdown with a lot of similar sneakers. Those ones would have easily made the top 15 as well, but because I had these in there, I knocked the other ones out. Yes, I chose these over the Chicago ones because of the colorway. For me personally, I love the fact that Jordan brand made an orange Jordan 1. Like, they don't make a lot of orange Jordans in general, so when they do make one, and then it actually has the leather that's orange, and then it has it's matched with the cream and then the black, and you can see that the cream leather is just amazing. The tumbled leather on the orange is super sick. Like, the quality of these were amazing to see. As you can see, just really beautiful shoe, and again, just the perfect colorway. Like, if I could design a Nike like Jordan 1, like, this would probably be it, because it's just so amazing looking. And so I had to double up a pair of these. I also did a laser version of these, one of my first customs, which is really difficult to do, but I had to try it, and that is why the Shattered Backboard is the #1 shoe for myself in 2015. Leave a comment, let me know your guys' top 15 or top 5s, but these are the ones that I picked up, and these are the top 15 for myself. There are some handful of shoes that I would have loved to get that I missed out on, but the ones that I ended up copying, these ones are a solid number of 15 for myself, at least. I know there's 16 out there because of these two, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It took me a lot of effort to gather all of the shoes. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of boxes everywhere through the room, so kind of a little bit of effort, but all worth it for you guys. Love to make these videos, have a lot of fun doing it, and it's fun showing you guys what my year looked like and which ones I kind of prioritize in my year. And yeah, I don't know, there's not much to be said other than that. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you guys have your top 5 or whatever in the comment section. I'd love to see that, and we'll catch you guys for some more videos soon. Have a good rest of the year. Peace, guys.